Hey, what's going on? Guys, my name's Dynasty. What I got for y'all today is another Mortal Kombat 11 video. Of course, Injustice 2 introduced to us a new take on the typical fighting game costume slash skin system. With Injustice 2, we saw Premier Skins. What Premier Skins were essentially a way for us to have different characters in the game, but not really. So, of course, for instance, back inside of IJ2, we had Raiden inside the game, but we also had a Black Lightning Premier Skin. Now, you'd have Black Lightning as a character, but he fought the exact same way as Raiden. Same moveset, same super move, same everything more or less. And it was more than one Premier Skin. We had Power Girl for Supergirl, we had Grid for Cyborg, we had Mr. Freeze for Captain Cold. So essentially it was NetherRealm Studios' way of expanding the roster without sacrificing man hours to create an all-new character from scratch. You were simply recycling the moveset from that base roster character. And guess what? It worked out. Everybody loved Premier Skins inside of Injustice 2. Now, just a few weeks ago, Steam accidentally revealed the contents of the Kombat Pack DLC for MK11. Inside the Kombat Pack details, it says, not only will you get 7 sets of gear, so of course the gear system confirms becoming back, gear sets, all that fun stuff, but 7 skins. Safe to say, these skins probably gonna be Premier Skins, just like we saw back inside of Injustice 2. Injustice 2, more likely a way for NetherRealm to test out the waters of Premier Skins, just like they did for the gear system, so I'm pretty sure Premier Skins are coming back. So with that said, in today's video, we'll be discussing characters that are more than likely, like, it's a really good chance that they'll appear in Mortal Kombat 11, especially as Premier Skins. Thinking about it, guys, come on. Mortal Kombat has a crazy history with clone characters. If Premier Skins come back, these clone characters will just you know, they're gonna fit right in. It's the perfect thing for a game like Mortal Kombat 11. So with that said, let's break this down and let's get into it. So first things first, of course, SubZero is a guaranteed lock at this point. Shout out to Best Buy Canada for accidentally confirming he's on the roster. It's the no-brainer, right? SubZero. Now, SubZero has a protege by the name of Frost. Frost, we do see make a cameo inside the MKX story, and Frost essentially is just a female version of SubZero. The exact same abilities, pretty much the exact same attire, and it's crazy because it just makes sense for Frost to be a Premier Skin. Now, I understand back inside of Injustice 2, there was this issue where females couldn't be Premier Skins for males because of the hitbox. And I'm hoping, crossing my fingers right now, NetherRealm Studios has somehow found a way to fix that. It's probably super technical, super hard, but if there was a company to pull that off, it's NetherRealm. They've had a few years to work on this, so I'm hoping that's the case, because if they do that, Frost is almost all but guaranteed to be a Premier Skin. If they don't, the chances of Frost being in the game just goes down dramatically in comparison, because, again, she's so much like SubZero. Does it make sense for NetherRealm Studios to include her as her own standalone character on the roster when they could just simply make her a Premier Skin? I know Injustice 2 had Supergirl, they had Superman. They are so similar but so different, and of course it worked out, but in this case, having her as a Premier Skin just makes sense. So I'm hoping they fix it, because I've been wanting to see Frost in a game forever at this point. So when we saw her make a cameo appearance inside of the MKX story, I lost my shit. I love Frost. I love SubZero. How could I not love Frost? So of course, there you go. Like, the #1 no-brainer, Frost as a Premier Skin for SubZero. The next character on our list to get a Premier Skin is none other than Big Daddy Goro himself. Goro was the pre-order bonus for MKX. I doubt he's going to be inside the game's story, but maybe I'm wrong. I still think he has maybe a decent chance to be involved in some capacity, maybe just a roster character, DLC character, and if he is, you betcha, everybody already knows a Kintaro Premier Skin for Goro makes so much sense. The exact same body, stature, size, weight, everything. They both have 4 arms. They're 4-armed freaks. It doesn't get any better than having the option to choose what boss you want. Do you want to use Kintaro? Do you want to use Goro? Everybody's wanted Kintaro to be playable since the days of Armageddon. He was a boss in MK9, had a pretty sick fatality. So hey, that gives you Kintaro and Goro. That sounds like a win-win situation in my opinion. Also, there's the whole female approach to this as well. You also have Shiva. Shiva, again, 4 arms. How many of these 4-armed characters have we got? We got like 3? You can have all of them inside of one character in Goro, and of course, this is vice versa. Shiva is in the game. You can have a Goro Premier Skin, a Kentaro Premier Skin. If, you know, Kentaro is the base roster character, vice versa. Switch these around. So, of course, Kentaro, Shiva, Goro, whichever one makes the roster, the other 2 can simply be Premier Skins. I think everybody sees that as a viable option. It makes sense. Again, it's just a perfect outcome, just like Frost with SubZero. Moving on to the third set of characters, of course, Kano. Kano inside of Mortal Kombat 11. Is it going to happen? We still don't know. I mean, what's a Mortal Kombat game without Kano? It's crazy. Of course, there's rumors of Kano's son being inside the game, but is it true? We don't know. But at this point in time, it seems like Kano's probably a safe bet to assume he's going to be on the roster. And if he is, of course, we have some clones. We have Jarek. Jarek, who was first introduced back in Mortal Kombat 4. Dude was a straight-up Kano clone to the point where he even stole Kano's heart rip fatality, like, to a T. He had his cannonball. He had his eye laser. Come on, it was legit a poor man's Kano. Jarek, I love you, but yeah, poor man's Kano. So Jarek could be an obvious choice for a Premier Skin with Kano, and of course, if the whole female thing gets figured out, what about Kira? Kira is mentioned inside a few intro dialogues dating back to Mortal Kombat X, so that kind of makes sense. Of course, Kira is essentially like the child of Kano and Sonya. If they had a kid, she has Kano's cannonball, she has Kano's butterfly knives, but she also has Sonya's like pink mist move. So if anything, bring back Kira and just give her the Kano element of things, and that would make some sense. So again, Kano having Premier Skins dedicated to Jarek and Kira, again, it just makes so much sense. It's a no-brainer. Moving on to the fourth set of characters. Of course, Liu Kang is bound to be inside this game, dating back to the ending we saw inside of MKX, and also, just like the SubZero League, guess what? Liu Kang was also mentioned from Best Buy Canada, so he's pretty much all but officially confirmed to be in the game at this point. And when I think of clones for Liu Kang, I think of Mortal Kombat 4's Kai. Of course, Kai has fire-based projectile moves. He's also a Shaolin monk. Come on, the parallels are there. I could simply see where you have a Kai Premier Skin for Liu Kang. I know back in the day when I was doing Mortal Kombat X mods, there was a Kai mod for Liu Kang, and it looked so spot on. It was almost as if Kai really was inside of Mortal Kombat X. Kai hasn't been playable since Mortal Kombat Armageddon. He's a character I think has a bunch of potential. Shaolin monks don't get much love outside of Kung Lao and Liu Kang, so why not switch things up a bit? Give us Kai as a Premier Skin. Longtime fans of the series will probably appreciate that a ton. So I think Kai as a Premier Skin for Liu Kang, it's just another one of those options that, again, just makes so much sense. The final list of characters on my list is a little bit tricky, but I can see where Rhythm Studios kind of makes this a bit different in comparison to the other Premier Skins for MK11. Honorable mention here, the Cybernetic Ninja, Smoke, Cyrax, Sector. Do we want to include Cyber Sub-Zero? I guess we technically could. Of course, back inside of MKX, they were a non-canon DLC character where every variation was a standalone cybernetic ninja, so I don't see why that can't be the case again for a game like Mortal Kombat 11. Now, of course, maybe we get every one of these other cyber ninjas as a Premier Skin, and all you gotta do is go into Cyrax's inventory, select the skin you want, just like Injustice 2, and it actually does give you, like, different special moves that are only locked to that specific Premier Skin. Now, I understand that custom character variations are gonna be a thing. Well, let's just say there's a way to lock those special moves to each Premier Skin. So, of course, there's no way Sector can have a green net. There's no way that Cyrax can shoot out, you know, missiles. Keep it locked per Premier Skin, but every Premier Skin has a set of a few special moves, while keeping the general basic attacks the same between the other ninjas. So again, like I mentioned, this could definitely be tweaked a bit to work a bit different in comparison to the other Premier Skins, just because everybody's going to want to see every other ninja if we get one of these ninjas in the game. So I think that's a great way for Rhythm Studios to kind of twist the rules a bit to make sure that everybody is pleased and every ninja gets inside of the game in some capacity. But guys, that is all I got for y'all today. Again, Frost for SubZero, Kentaro or Shiva for Goro, Jarek/Kira for Kano, Kai for Liu Kang, and a way to get every ninja inside there with like their own tweaked out custom version of these premiere skins. That would be so sick again. I think it's safe to assume we're going to see premiere skins. The fact that skins are coming back in some capacity, I think it's a no-brainer. NetherRealm Studios would kind of be missing out on just some free cash from a business standpoint, because I would buy every single one of those premiere skins because, of course, I'm going to want to expand the roster. It just makes sense. Anyways, what do you guys think of this? What do you think of my choices? Did I miss anybody? Are there other clone characters you think deserve a spot as a premiere skin for MK11? I'm super curious, of course. Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys did enjoy the video, though, please take 1 second, drop a like on it, subscribe for some more MK11 content. Until next time, I've been your host, Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
And your setups, you one of the greatest. You deserve more exposure, man, you underrated. To all the Dynasty haters, promise you'll love them later. Y'all gon' react like he did when he seen the trailer. But hold up, let me hit y'all with a twist. Wait, I'm SubZero, the rap game is the Lin Kuei. You see, I've been a fan of Dynasty for years now. GTA, MK, and Justice, I'm still down. Rapper